Before we get on with today's basically a classroom instruction of 1.07, basically I want to give big shouts out to my boys over at Black Rifle Coffee, as well as my geeks and my peeps over at Nitrado servers and modifications. You know what to do. Links below. Save you some cash. You can help our channel out here. And all that mumbo jumbo that, some of us have to put at the beginning of our channels because YouTube strikes our shit. Poof. Just like that. However, operators, take a seat. Let's go ahead and get on. Oh, Ubisoft, you take a seat too. Let's go ahead and get on with patch 107 DayZ, so you're not confused. Okay, so to start this off, and I guess to kind of kick it off on console and whatnot, the patch 107, they're going to go ahead and give us a free weekend of February 13th to February 17th. Again, that's for PC on Steam. I also got it on good authority that Xbox and PS4, basically consoles, will also get that deal from Bohemia Interactive there. Obviously, it announced that starting Thursday, the 13th, through Monday the 17th. Authority. A lot of you guys don't understand how this works. So what they'll do is they'll put like a heavy duty patch in, right? And you'll understand that a lot of times they'll follow it up with free deals, right? Freebie deals. And that's basically just to get their servers packed for that patchwork, right? You should always be aware that it's not a beta, but it's definitely like a patch and they want to see how it's working. So they want to just pack their servers, right? So just keep that in mind. So as stated, it's also a great deal because you can get 40% on this and 10% discount on the Livonia, which again, for you guys that don't know, this Livonia, that's where my server's at, and I'm telling you, it is pretty dope. It's pretty high speed. I like it because it's got a lot of wilderness in it. If you've checked out my server, which I listed at the beginning of the video here, basically it's strong PvE, right? And that's what I like. And again, if you guys want to, rent your server from Nitrado, then feel free to use my link below and it'll save you some duckies, right? So just make sure you track on that as well. Mine is more of a PvE type server. I like to farm, I like to homestead, I like to do all that. However, PvP of course is loud. I'm really excited. DayZ as like a newcomer, say 1.5 or 1.05 patch, I really have gotten a real good feel for it, right? Because I was either going to go this direction or go in a different direction, and this is the path Jedi must take. So with that being said, let's go ahead and track. All right, kicking off with part 2 here. First, I just want to welcome all the newcomers to the channel here that has found me through one way or another for the DayZ. And then, of course, all my motherfucking hitters from all my UV shit, again, welcome back. So you're going to kind of know the format. You're going to be kind of used to the update format that I propose here on our channel. So with that being said, DayZ update 1.07. So here we are. So game 1.07 has arrived on PC and console and brings some important fixes and new gameplay elements. One being, and I'm looking forward to this, but not as much as the next thing I bring up. So being the repeater carbine, right? It uses a 357 round, which is pretty badass on its own for console. That's something new for us. And basically alongside with a 12 gauge rubber slug. Now, I know I stated that basically my server, was strong PvE, which it is. However, don't forget that the Legion is basically the police of the land. And, they're going to make sure everybody watches their P's and Q's as we grow. Huh? So I'm just saying, I can't wait for the rubber slugs. I'm sure that some of the guys are going to be on. We're going to have fun with those, right? So they're going to introduce rubber slugs to us as well. And I don't know if you've ever used any in real life, but I got some stories. Maybe we'll hit on them during a future build here on the DayZ and Confused. As non-lethal ammunition, obviously. So on a visual side, the lighting has received some noticeable changes, starting with the nighttime, and it's now has sort of a bright overtone to it. And I'll be honest with you, it gets dark as fuck. I mean, it gets struck freaking match dark out there, right? When you say, oh, dark fucking 30, in this game, it definitely means it. Okay, again, my server though, we run Alaska time pretty much, so it's nighttime 8 minutes. That might change, but we'll see how that goes. I don't know. It hasn't really affected my crops that I can tell, but we'll see. Okay, so they did a little bit of that and a little bit of this, which is pretty cool. Again, for you PC users, it's basically the same as the console and vice versa. However, obviously on PC, there is a broader scale of shit we can get into, right? Because there's a broader scale of shit that we can mod. So for console, we got the repeater added, we got the 357 rounds added, the 12 gauge rubber slugs, and they also added the amusement park location for all you guys that track down in Chernarus, right? Me myself, I pretty much stay in the hills. You feel me? Fucking people, fuck them. So fixed the client error caused by re-encounter the weapon you dropped during a previous death. That has definitely happened to me numerous times. Issue caused by starting an action with a desynchronized item in hands. That has happened to me a lot. An animation glitch related to throwing. That is definitely. I threw it one night and the damn thing like went in the back. It was perfect if somebody was sneaking on my 6. However, the Zeke was up front, and yeah, it didn't work out too well. 4, the kid here. So driving on. It fixed inventory interaction related to item reservations. That's happened. Infected would not cause bleeding wounds as intended, so they fixed that, which is good because sometimes you need that indicator to see exactly what the fuck is going on with your body, right? They give you a little indicator. And I remember one night I ended up having to kill my character because I could not. I was taking pill after pill. Every pill that we had, we were feeding me. The medic was right there with me. Shouts out to Bean. However, I must say that, yeah, it just didn't help. Like it never cured. So that's a big issue that I've had in the past personally. Fixed base building actions could be mixed up, resulting in building the wrong part. That's happened to me before, but it's more exclusively happened to a lot of my friends that build bases. That's what they get into. So yeah, large numbers, quantity, like we don't know what large numbers are, were not fully visible in the hand slot. Definitely are. There's still a glitch, I believe. We'll see once I get on. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get on today. Barrel with holes was still able to store liquids. I don't know about that. Changed global lighting changes, ground lighting addition, brightness of day and night, shadow contrast, clear weather, rain, visual tweaks, darker clouds during overcast. That's something that really needed to be fixed on console, I'll be honest with you, because it just didn't seem like the visual effects. And in DayZ, more than any other game I have ever played, and trust me, my resume goes back, in Day fucking Z, it is imperative that you see which way the wind's blowing, that you can navigate by the stars. You can navigate, right? And things look crisp and clear. Which way are the clouds blowing? Stuff like that. And I understand it's console, you're limited. However, that's something that if you could do would really bring something that I believe console has never had, which you're already making a move towards it now. So who did that? Motherfucking Bohemian. Sawing a pile of wooden planks is now a truly continuous action. Some of my engineers will be happy to hear about that as well. Looked like they tweaked the fence gate opens and closes slower, which is good because sometimes I would open a door and it would literally push me up against the building, and especially if you're running from zombies, that's not such a good thing. So this is big news for the farmers and, you know, the engineers that I work with. You receive 1 additional plank when cutting down a wooden log. Tweaked, you receive 1 more wooden log when cutting down most trees. Clear placement of the base building material. That's huge. And of course, they updated and tweaked the game credits, which is always a really good thing, I believe, when people are recognized for their hard work, be it through mods or whatnot, right? Even alpha and beta testing. So that's pretty huge. So server, speaking of servers, Nitrado, again, if you want your own server to fuck around with, go ahead, hit the link below. Added ability to choose between bright and dark nights through a server config. Perimeter lighting config 0 for bright, 1 for dark. So basically you can adjust how dark you want it, is what they're saying, right? That, again, that's kind of the upgrade they're bringing as well. So limited FPS is now logged in default, which, you know, I'm usually over the shoulder. So that being said, the link to this will be down below with all my links. So known issues: picking up item on the upper floor of Watchtower can crash the game. So they are aware of that, right? But they're not saying that they've necessarily fixed it this patch, but it is a known issue. So that brings us to the close of yet another vidya. I hope you guys appreciate it. I'll catch you next vidya. And, you know, why don't you have an amazing day today? Hope tomorrow is amazing. I hope yesterday was amazing for you. Go ahead, one time, snipe like, snipe sub, because my peeps, that's how we roll.